now YouTube finally kicked on. So sorry about if I'm going to be repeating a lot of the stuff. But welcome everybody back to the channel. We have some exciting news that we want to share with you guys, especially when it comes to the ones who are in renewable energy. We have a special announcement for each and every one of you guys. Can't wait to break it down. But welcome everybody on YouTube Live as well as Instagram Live. Today at RE Plus, we had the privilege for speaking for 6 hours. So we had 10 p.m. to 4 p.m., 10 a.m., my apologies, to 4 p.m., where we had 3 discussions for RE Plus. And when we were coming up with these discussions, we were speaking with them throughout the years, and they said, what is the most engagement, or what topic drives the most conversations for contractors, electrical or solar? And we broke it down to, we have so many individuals within our contractor network, within our friends and networks that we traveled the US and visited. And so many are saying they're having trouble with hard skills, soft skills, or self-development. I remember in the beginning of the year, we had conversations when we were talking about hard skills, business. You got to work all night. You got to work on the weekends. And that's starting to shift, right? Because why? We learned that hard skills, the physical work that we have to do, is only a percentage of what's actually going to be viewed as a successful contractor. Now, do you have to perform the work? Absolutely. Do you have to turn the light on? Yes, because at the end of the day, we are in contracting, and that's our niche, and that's what we have to do to provide that value. That leads us to our second point. Awesome. The second point, remember, I had this conversation with Martine also. So Mape Electric, where we spoke about so many of us have work ethic, a beautiful work ethic, to the point where we showcased all those at Growth Convention this year, or 3 days. We focused on hands-on work, hands-on skill station, hands-on recognition. We had guys like Rudy. We had guys like Jimmy Luminati showing how he does his panel wire management. We had individuals working on solar. We had individuals working on pipe bending. All of these qualities are needed to complete your task. Because if you take work ethic and your hard skill, the homeowner is going to have a perfect service, a perfect relationship, a perfect outcome. In business, that is the goal. Make sure the homeowner is taken care of. Now we go to soft skills side of things. And in the beginning of the year with Martine, we were speaking about specifically, I remember so many of us neglect soft skills to the point where it can be detrimental to your business. For example, so many individuals get the work, they work, get another job, work. They get change orders, work. The contractor is saying, hey, I need this. They forgot it on the plans. Not a problem. Do it. You wouldn't believe how many contractors we personally work with, we personally talk to, that say, hey, now because of all these changes, I sent them a new bill and they said, hey, that's not part of the contract, or hey, you were supposed to do that for free, because we didn't have systems. You didn't document the proper procedure. You didn't document the change order. You didn't have that communication with, hey, this is a change order. So many people, when it comes to ones who come into the field or come into contracting with that hard skill mindset, we forget to follow up with those soft skills. And guess what? Next thing we know, we have an issue with the contractor or the general contractor. We have the issue with the homeowner who goes, I don't want to pay that. Too bad. What are you going to do now? These are conversations that you need to have before you jump into too deep of service work. Remember, when it comes to service, changing out an outlet, changing out a receptacle, those are opportunities right there that you have to now, make a quick change, make a quick buck. But when you start getting into more complex scenarios where you're doing a new rough, you're doing a remodel, these are conversations that you have to start developing. And here's the thing. If you are an individual who's solely focused on hard skills, that's fine. You need to make sure the soft skills are taken care of by either you, but if you don't want to do that, you have to find somebody and create those systems for it. What's so beautiful about what I was able to do in my electrical contracting business is I was able to have a vice president of operations as well as a COO. So basically, these two individuals are actually helping me grow my business, maintain my business, while we're able to do other operations like meet with you guys, get to travel the US this year just to meet you guys, break bread with you guys, have these experiences with you guys. What's so amazing about having a COO or a VP or at least a running mate with you, having a number two to help you with your business, is the fact that they get to see your blind spots. And now that can be very difficult. That can be difficult because you're so used to running your business this way. Oh, just do this, just do that. But then the other person who now you're trusting to run this business with you now says, hey, why are you doing it like this? Why don't we do it like this? And guess what? That can create some friction, right? So many people could do it on their own. That's absolutely fine. That's beautiful. But it's so nice when you can develop a team, develop a culture where everybody's working together. And now that you have that, you never want to go back to doing it all on your own. Now, when you start your second, third, fourth business, like the first thing what I did with Energize Us, the second we started the EDU school, the first thing I said, I need people. I need people and I need help because I recognize that this is going to be too big to tackle on your own. So when you come into business and you focus on the hard skill, you have to start working on the soft skills, the systems, the delegation, the communication. Those are different positions, or you can have a running mate who can now help you build out those systems as well. But here's the thing. When you have a number two, when you have a running mate, when you have individuals in your network that are now calling you out, saying, hey, this is something you got to work on. Hey, this is something we want to see more of. Hey, can you break this down? Can you do some more training? These are opportunities for you to learn now, right? That's why I love the key point of these three pillars is self-development. Self-development in the sense where you can have hard skills, you can have soft skills, but if you don't work on yourself, remember, at the end of the day, this is your company. At the end of the day, you are the engine. When I'm working with PBD, he focused that on all the time. He goes, here's the thing. You as the engine, if you want to only work Monday to Friday, that's fine. Let's run Monday to Friday the most efficient way possible. Let's say you're the engine and you want to work Monday to Sunday. If that's your decision, if that's what success looks like for you, go do it. Let's do it the most efficient way possible. You understand? So when it comes to all these different scenarios, the speed in which you operate is dictated by the leader up top. But here's the thing. When somebody says, hey, let's try this. Hey, this isn't working. Hey, your employees are struggling. You as a leader have to make the decision. Am I going to work on self-development? Is this an opportunity for me to learn? Is there a new skill I can learn? Because in business, if you ever think that you have all the answers and that you're set, that's when you're going to fail. Please trust me, when it comes to business, if you go through the ego position, remember, one of the books that we're going to be reading together as a community, especially in the Build Association, we're going to have book readings every month. So we're going to break down a book assignment. We're going to talk about the book assignment because when I work with PBD always told me, Will, if you're not responsible for what you put in your brain, I am not going to be responsible for you for what comes out of your actions. Because he recognizes self-development is the most essential part of running and operating your own business. You have to recognize that we need answers. We need growth. We need opportunities to fail to keep growing. That is the three pillars of success. Hard skills, as a contractor, you have to provide the service. You need to know how long the job's going to take. Soft skills, you have to understand systems. You have to develop systems. You have to have communication skills. Self-development. You can be a leader of a company. Remember, we mentioned all of us are leaders. Leadership is not a mindset where it's you do what I say or what I say goes, or I'm a leader, I'm at the top, don't bother me. Leadership is being in control or being of service to the ones responsible within your responsibility. That's where we broke down into the apprentice mindset. If you guys remember last week, I posted a story where I say, after growing my business to the position where it's at now, after growing my businesses and now earning these contracts where I share with you guys and I break it down with you guys, the price and how I won these contracts, and now also performing the task, performing the teams to do the task. We talk about, after all of this growth, I wish I stayed as an apprentice. Why is that? We go back to the original. When you're in your apprenticeship, when you're working with a journeyman, when you're working with individuals that are supposed to be training you and you're shadowing them, and you see what they need, your job is to facilitate that journey person. If you're on the job site and he's anchoring some cinder blocks, awesome. What's the next step? You know he's going to grab an anchor. If you know he grabs an anchor, you know he's going to grab the screw. So you want to start looking at processes. So when you start recognizing those patterns, little do you know, you're actually creating a QC checklist within your head, to the point where you ever worked with a journeyman and he starts doing something and you notice something's a little off and you mention it and he's like, oh, shoot, I didn't think about that. Those are all different opportunities to grow. Those are all the opportunities where you're now recognizing patterns and foreseeing what he needs. Exactly, Martin, what you said, think ahead, anticipation. That's one of the key indicators of a successful apprentice. If you can now start reading the mind or reading the plans or reading the intentions of your journey person, I'm telling you, you're always going to have a job. He's going to love you forever. Because if you start hammering something in, he gets this for you. Pop, 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 pop. Or he puts down the tools and he walks away and you sweep up while he's gone. If you can start anticipating the needs before they come up, you are always going to have a job. You're always going to be valued when it comes to apprenticeship, when it comes to employment, when it comes to people starting to get laid off. They're going to put you back on the back burner because they say, hey, no, this is a good worker. Now, with that in mind, if you are a contractor and you're in a position where you think you have all the answers, that's okay. But it's very dangerous when you want everything to revolve around you. Because in systems, in workforce, you have to recognize it's a group effort. You can't build a company whipping everybody into shape. But the engine, you, the contractor, you have to make that decision for yourself. You have to recognize, I want to self-develop. Because anybody can assume a leadership position. Anybody. But yet, all of us are leaders. If we're married, we're a leader in our household. If you have children, you're the leader of your children. If you have employees, you're a leader to your employees. They're looking to you for guidance. It's not a power trip. It's leadership. You want to guide them to what the end destination is looking like, what success looks like for you and your company. What I love about leadership, once again, everybody's a leader, but you as the contractor, you as the engine have to decide what that leader is going to be known as. What's your reputation within the industry? Are you going to be a leader that says, I got all the answers? Or are you going to be the leader who goes, hey, there's always something we can learn? I heard when PBD was talking to, we were in a class with PBD and somebody asked a question. And he goes, you have to do this, you have to do this. He was correcting the individual. And the individual didn't say anything back. And he just said, yep, you're absolutely right. Yep, you're absolutely right. We go on to the class like 20, 30 minutes later. And the thing that this man was called out from wasn't even about him. It was about another company owner. And he got the names mixed up. So he goes back to the guy and he goes, my dude, why didn't you stop me when I was telling you this, 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 and that? And the guy said, perfect explanation, perfect response was, Pat, that may have not applied to me now, but it could have helped me sometime in the future. I'm never going to say no to free advice. Isn't that a freaking beautiful mindset to have? Because you recognize, hey, this is maybe was not for me right now, but it doesn't mean it's not true. It doesn't mean it doesn't have validity. You can always apply that some other time in your life. But if he was the type of leader to go, hey, Pat, this has nothing to do with me. Come on. Yeah, he would have been justified. But what type of leader do you want to be recognized at? Are you the type of leader that wants to recognize, hey, there's always an opportunity to grow? there's always an opportunity for room for growth. There's always an opportunity to learn something. That's the type of leaders we want to be working with when it comes to Energize Us EDU, as well as the Build Association. And we have so many individuals within the group chat, and I can't wait for this Saturday for everyone to get together. I know Martine's mentioning, Anthony's mentioning. We just want to genuinely say thank you guys for the trust. Thank you guys for not only coming to growth, but you stuck with us through the lives. You stuck with us through the growing pains. You stuck with us as we went up, down, left, right, all over the place. It almost doesn't make sense what we're doing. But I truly wanted to say on behalf of everybody at Energize Us that we appreciate each and every one of you guys. The simple fact that you guys stick around, the simple fact that you guys show the support and keep growing with us truly means the world to us. That's why this Saturday at the Build Association, yes, it is for members, especially the members who came in to now show the support, as well as get some not expedited help, but more tailored to their needs. We're working with a group of contractors who have specific needs that they want to be working on. They have specific goals that they want to work on. And those are a select group of individuals, contractors that we're going to be working with more closely in this organization. Now, Tuesdays, Thursdays, we're still having our masterclass lives where we're going to go over general concept, general ideas, especially with things that come up within the trade, as well as open up the floor for some Q&A. So each and every one of you who are jumping in, thank you guys. Thank you for trusting Build. We are here on Saturday to now show you our appreciation. We understand that there's different opportunities where you guys can go, especially when it comes to learning, self-developing. And that's why when it comes with us at Energize Us, our primary focus is the experience you guys are going to receive. If you guys joined us for growth, you understand it's all about the experience, the VIP experience, the VIP room, lunch, dinners, transportation, going out to dinner. That is the experience. And those are the experience that not only are we going to offer you at Build, but these are the experiences that we learned from PBD, who now spoiled us when he came to help us grow and solidify our businesses, not only my electrical contracting, but now our school, or an Energize Us EDU. And it's all been about personal relationships, personal experiences. And that's what we want to take from him, apply it to us, and now give that to you guys. So especially for the ones who are always supporting us, we want to say thank you. This dinner on Saturday is just a token of our appreciation for you guys. You guys done the math. You guys see the value always, the experience always outweighs the value that you guys contribute. Because at the end of the day, we are a non-for-profit trade school. We are doing this and hosting these events strictly for you guys. That's why I can't wait for Saturday to see the brotherhood, see the community actually come to fruition. So once again, guys, thank you. If you guys have any questions, concerns about Build, the association, feel free to reach out to anybody in the team. Feel free to send me a DM, send it to Ova, send it to Martine, send it to all these other guys that are a part of the organization. But as I mentioned, we have some special news. We have a special announcement when it comes to RE+. So RE+, as you guys know, is Renewable Energies Plus, and they host conventions throughout the US as well as international for the solar conventions. Do you guys know who RE+ is as an organization? Comment down below if you guys ever heard of RE+. My feet still hurt from Ari. A-Rod, I appreciate you, brother, especially all your help. You always come in clutch. You always end up helping us, so I appreciate you. So RE Plus is a convention for renewable energy. So RE Plus is the face. Basically, RE Plus is the Nika for solar. Just like IBS is the face for all things building. Going to get to Boston. All right, EcoBright. So I have some exciting news for you, especially that you're a part of Build. After this announcement, stay tuned, okay, brother? So RE Plus is basically the Nika of the solar industry. They host events every year. They also host events, micro events throughout the US and internationally. They host approximately 2 to 3 events per month. throughout the US and internationally. What I truly appreciate about the relationship that we've been growing with these individuals is the fact that we now have a singular partnership for the year of 2025 with RE Plus. So with RE Plus, we are officially going to be working with them closely. And now we're going to be the voice. We're going to be speaking on behalf of the solar industry with these industry leaders. So with that being said, you already saw that we had a calendar event for 2025. If you guys are part of the putting out content, I benefit all of it. Thank you so much, Dave. Dan, that truly means a lot. Dan, thank you. Do you guys, especially if you're part of Build, because it comes with the membership, do you guys know the events that we're hosting throughout the year? So our first event is in February. Then every quarter we're having another meetup as well as growth for 2025, correct? So with RE Plus, they now asked us to participate in 14 other events for them for 2025. So now RE Plus, we will be traveling with RE Plus, and we're going to be teaching not only best business practice, best contracting practices, but as well as educational classes for electrical and solar at RE Plus at all events for 2025. We're going to be at 14 different events with them. We're going and starting off the year in January 14th and 15th. We're actually getting sent off to Hawaii, Honolulu for RE Plus, where we're going to start teaching classes every state possible. So not only do we have our events, let's build a bigger stage. Let's do it, bro. A-Rod, I need your help with that, brother. But that is the opportunity that we were just granted in our contract today. So we wanted to share that with you guys. We got it signed. It's on wet ink. We can't wait to grow with these guys. Can't wait to grow with you, because with RE, we have a special relationship where a lot of the proceeds that come from RE are going straight to the school to give the experience for you guys even bigger and better. Not only that, A-Rod, EcoBright, especially you individuals who love solar and are within the solar industry, RE Plus, it's a special partner for Growth 2025. They will be funding the entire solar expedition experience for us in Dallas, Texas. Not only are we going to do panel board makeups, we're going to be doing more roof walls. We're going to do more roof mock-ups. We're going to be doing battery backups this year, all because of our partnership with RE now. So we can't wait to share that experience with you. But EcoBright, we are hosting, not only are we going to January, Hawaii, but we're also going to be at the Boston meetup. And that happens to be at the same dates we're going to be in Boston anyway. But what I love about this experience is RE Plus, wherever RE goes, we are also, because of RE, going to be hosting a builders meet in conjunction with RE Plus. So our contractor pool, it's going to grow exponentially within the next 2 months. And we can't wait to share that all with you guys who've been with us from the beginning, who've seen the struggles, who've seen what's going on everywhere. But guess what? We're here. We want to provide that value for you. And now we have partners who are actually giving us a platform and a voice to speak on our behalf, to give that to you guys, to just continue to say thank you. Thank you for everybody who's been trusting us from the beginning. Thank you for everybody who's given their hard-earned money, especially after you guys work. You're doing this. And the number one focus is to provide value. At any point, if something doesn't make sense, at any point, there is no value for you guys, we are here to pivot, because remember, self-development, we recognize there's always stuff we can work on. We want to make sure that we keep growing so we can facilitate all those needs and the value for you guys. So if you guys have any way of communicating with us, if you guys have any thoughts, suggestion, we want to hear it from you. How can we make this better for you guys? You're going to have to multiply yourself. I need to create systems. Martine, I need to create systems for RE Plus. And what's so exciting about not just being with RE, but now we have to grow our electrical company to keep making sure we stay ahead of the demand. Because as you can imagine, this is going to be crazy. So for 2025, everybody who's a part of Energize Us, we have a special thank you for you guys coming up for trusting us when we started from the ground. Now with 2025 around the corner, we have special arrangements where we are going to bring members of Build with us to these events. So as we start growing these events, we want our own team members. We want our own members in our association to continue to grow with us. And that's going to be with more experiences. So we have room for one contractor per event, depending on the locale, that we want to continue that experience with you guys. So not only are you guys going to get the value from everything that we go over our master classes, you're going to get to see firsthand how we grow together. And you're going to be in the rooms with us. When I started electrical contracting and I wanted to start developing our school, I had the goal of making donations because, like NICA, there's individual growth events like IBS as well as RE. You can sponsor these events and then they give you all access passes to behind the scenes. So you get to learn, oh, wow, that's the manager. Oh, that's a director. This is how they open up. This is how they take advantage. This is how they develop an organization. So I made the donation. I'm in those rooms watching how everybody operates. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is a lot of learning. There's a way to grow in this. But at the same time, then we work with individuals like Patrick Bet-David, who's now helping us grow our marketing, growing our business, growing our plans. So we have 12 topics that we're going to go over. All of this stuff was developed with PBD. And now everything that we had to put up, all we had to put up to go into the rooms to have these conversations, we want to invite you guys, members of Build, to come to these events with us. And that's just another incentive. And once again, for our members in Build who are part of the association, we have our community group and we're going to have leadership boards. Right now, we're messaging each other. We're building up our points. If you notice, Martine, if you notice MV Sparky, a lot of you individuals who are already part of the school community, you're seeing there's a leadership board and you guys are thinking, why is there a leadership board? The more we engage, the more we post, the more we grow, the more value we take from Energize Us EDU, your score goes up. The more you share, the more insights, the more questions you ask, the more you participate with our school within the app already. Number one leader every month or every quarter, we're going to invite one of our members to join us at RE+. And remember, we already talked about the solar industry. We already talked about how it's the same concept as electrical. So this is going to give you guys front row access to see how we operate and we do business. You're going to see how we develop partnerships with these organizations to continue to grow. And we can't wait to share that with each and every one of you guys. So that's the exciting news for 2025. I can't wait to have each and every one of you guys a part of Build so that you guys can travel with us with RE Plus in 2025. 14 events. Let me, where's that PDF? Let me try to pull it up. I'm going to read some of the locations if I have it on me. Yes, I do. So do you guys want to know the locations of the event in 2025? So just so you know, we're not crazy. RE event, that's our contract. RE, oh, too bright. There. So this is our contract with RE. Do you guys want to know the cities that we are going to be visiting? If you guys are in the comments, if you guys want to know the cities that we will be visiting in 2025, let me know down below, because if you guys care for those cities, we want to now have the opportunity for you to break bread with us. All right. So we have Montoyada. Perfect. So January 14th and the 15th, we are going to be in Honolulu, Hawaii. We're going to be in Boston, Massachusetts, February 12th and the 13th. We're going to be in RE Microgrids. That's going to be in spring of 2025. I don't know where that one's going to be. It doesn't say. But we're going to be in RE Battery Storage in San Francisco, California. So if you guys are just jumping on, we wanted to say thank you to all of you guys for trusting us as we keep growing. We have a special announcement for the ones who are just jumping on. We officially solidified our contract with RE Plus. That's the NICA of solar installations. That's the NICA of that's the IBS of solar. It's the NICA of solar. So not only that, they host 2 to 3 events per month throughout the year for a total of 30 to 40. We have a contract with them that now they want us to travel with them to 14 different events throughout the year. That's one event every 3 weeks, not including the events that we have already scheduled as Energize Us EDU separately. So with that being said, the members of Build, if you are a member of Build and you started noticing the leadership board, and you might be thinking, why do we have a leadership board? It's because that leadership board, the more you engage with the community, the more you take from the community, the more questions you ask in the community, your ranking goes up. And we're going to now invite you guys to join us with RE Plus. You're going to see how we speak on stage. You're going to see the community that we're growing. We're going to now grow with RE Plus in the sense where we're going to get to meet their contractors. We're actually going to meet other industry leaders within the USA. And we're now bringing members of Build to that experience with us at no additional cost. That's just for you guys who are already part of Build. So not only are we doing the quarterly meetups, the monthly meetups, the VIP dinners and experiences, we are inviting you guys to join us. We were so happy to get that contract signed today. It's so nice when you start to see the value of those 3 pillars of success: the hard skills, the soft skills, as well as the self-development that is needed to run a successful business. Hard skill is the physical work. This year in 2024, we provided and shown the physical work. Soft skills, the group, the communication, the way we're engaging with you guys. We're constantly growing in that avenue, but we're providing that value for you guys. Now, leadership and self-development. We understand the continuous need for growth in whatever aspect of that, because we don't want to be the contractors who say, I know it all, or this is the way it is, or they feel complacent in their learning. With us at Energize Us, you're going to continue to grow. And that's going to happen in real time with leaders within the solar industry. And we can't wait to have you guys with us. So we're reading off the contract, our dates, as well as the events that Ari is sending us, as well as members of Build to join us, so you guys can get firsthand experience on how we negotiate contracts, how we go on stage and speak, just like this weekend, how we speak on stage with other contracts, how we interact with them, how we get to network with them, all because of you guys are trusting us and the experience. So January 14th and 15th, the first event of 2025, January 14th and 15th, we are going with RE Plus to Honolulu, Hawaii. We're going to Boston, Massachusetts in February 12th to the 13th. We're hosting battery storage in San Francisco, California in the spring of 2025. We're going to Atlanta, Georgia, April 22nd and 23rd. We're going to Houston, Texas, May 13th and the 14th. We're going to Tacoma, Washington. Right now it just says summer of 2025. July 10 and 11, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. September 8th through the 11th, you guys already know this one, we are in Las Vegas. Fall 2025, we're going to Anchorage, Alaska. Then we're doing a community energy summit. It's somewhere in the fall. We're doing RE Plus Florida sometime in the fall. And then we're going back to the Midwest, Chicago in November of 2025. So these are all the events that we at Energize Us are now going to be attending, in addition to everything on our calendar for Energize Us EDU for our Build Association. So not only do we have our meetups quarterly, as well as our growth convention and our 2 field trips, but we have an additional 14 events that we're going to be traveling with RE Plus. And wherever RE Plus goes, we are also going to hold a special builders meet with the contractors of RE Plus. So if you guys are part of the Build Association and you travel with us to these meet, you're going to be met with 500 plus other contractors instantly within our network now because of our partnership with RE Plus. We're going to be speaking on industry secrets when it comes to successful contracting tactics, business tactics, as well as work practices. When it comes to education now, I know a lot of you have been working on, we are going to be working closely with RE Plus as well as the Department of Education to provide CEU credits within the industry and travel with them throughout the US to give CEU credits to the individuals from the solar industry. Can't wait to grow with each and every one of you guys. You guys are truly amazing. You guys have been a big part of the help from the beginning. We understand it's out there. We're growing. We understand the simple fact of you guys giving us the opportunity to serve you. That's what it's all about. We want to always make sure that you don't always that only get lessons, takeaways, but also the experience, the value. That is our focus. We want to make sure we give you guys the value so you guys can keep coming back, give you guys the value, and then giving us the feedback of what we need to constantly grow. We have individuals who are always messaging me, hey, you got to do this, you got to do this. I truly appreciate you guys. I always take that on the chin because I know that at the end of the day, when it comes to leadership and understanding that we're all leaders, but you have to be a leader who's okay with self-developing. We want to work on self-development. We want to keep growing the opportunities, growing to earn these opportunities that come our way. But that's the exciting announcement that I have today. It was a very, very busy day. We were speaking from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We got all that on paper. We got all the video content to now share it with you. But I can't wait to share with you guys this amazing partnership that we have with RE Plus, traveling to 14 different events for 2025. And that's all because of you guys. That's all because of the appreciation that you guys given us. And now, once again, the ones who now trust us in Build Association, Saturday, it's all for you. This is for the ones who shown their appreciation out on the West Coast. They're going to handle with some of the team members out there, but dinner, once again, VIP experience for you guys because you guys have gone through the moon for us, and we truly just wanted to say thank you. This is our token of appreciation for you guys. For the ones who are going to join Build, this is a way of encouraging, inciting you guys to now keep active on the app, ask questions so you guys can take the value. Ask questions so our team can now develop whatever they need to do for you. So we can now tailor it more for you because we only grow if you guys grow. So we can't wait for each and every one of you to constantly grow in the industry because at the end of the day, when you guys grow, you're going to provide a better service for your community. If you guys grow, you're going to be a better family, household. All of this is for you guys. Can't wait to be a part of each and every one of your lives, the journey. It's going to be an exciting. It's only November, and we're already planning for 2025 to 2026. And all of that's possible because of the support you guys given. So thank you guys. That's all I had for tonight. The 3 pillars of a successful business you can apply to contracting. Today, I applied it to the solar industry. Hard skills, soft skills, self-development. We all have to get the job done. It's the actual service of providing. We all have to work on soft skills, the systems, the traits that we need to continue to grow. And then self-development. We all understand we're all leaders. We're all husbands. We're all head of our households. We're all head of our own businesses. But if you're a leader and you think you have all the answers, now you're shutting yourself off to growth. You're shutting yourself off to self-development. And guess what? We want to work with leaders who understand growth comes in many shapes and sizes. Growth comes in many different forms. And that's why we want to say thank you to all you guys. But if you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, put it down here. Our YouTube live, this is all going to be recorded, so if you guys ever have to go back to it. But we wanted to just say thank you to each and every one of you guys. If you guys have any thoughts or concerns or just want to jump on live, feel free to jump on. Do you guys have any questions, or what are your thoughts about the entire association? Anything we can do to be more of value to you guys? If not, we can wrap it up. It's 9:45. We'll probably have a nice good night. But we're here to answer any questions that you guys may have. Remember, we're going to be all throughout the U.S. We're going to be in Honolulu, Hawaii, Boston, Massachusetts, California, Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, Texas, Tacoma, Washington, Philadelphia. Rewire, we're headed out to you, baby, in July 10 and 11th. Philadelphia, Las Vegas, Anchorage, Alaska. We're going to be in Florida, and we're going to be in Chicago all in the fall. So I can't wait to share those opportunities with you. And these are just in addition to the events that we are hosting at Energize Us. We're still going to our 4 quarterly meetups. We're still hosting our 2 field trips, and we're still hosting our growth convention for 2025 in Dallas, Texas. Can't wait to have each and every one of you a part of it. But if you guys don't have any questions, thoughts, concerns, if you don't comment down below, we'll just have it a good night. Happy Thursday, everybody.